You've just seen the work of Colleen Haskell in the movie The Animal, and the survivor-turned-actress joins us live here in our New York studio right after that fancy bit of...
Oh, look at that. Look at the spotlights, and there she is. Colleen, welcome officially to the show. We're going to we have to pay you for doing the weather. We'll do that because that was an extra spot. It wasn't in the contract.
Right.
But we had your star, one of your co-stars on.
Yes.
Mr. Snyder says you are an absolute natural.
He's the best. I know. I like it. Well, I say that he's my teacher. He taught me everything I know. So if it's good, he takes all the credit.
Right.
If it's bad, he takes all the credit.
That's how show busining works, baby.
Exactly. You know, passing the buck.
That's right. Now, so explain this to us. You're on Survivor, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. Then Survivor is over. Now they're on to Survivor. Now they're heading to Africa shortly.
I know.
How did you go from a girl in a bikini on a radical rice diet to suddenly a movie star?
You know, if I knew, I would tell you. It happened so fast. I didn't win the $1 million on Survivor, of course, and so I know. I went back to school. Didn't really know exactly what I wanted to be doing. The offers came in to audition for stuff. I went in. There was a bunch of other girls, a normal audition, very businesslike, and I ended up getting the part. When somebody offers you a part in a movie, you don't know, doesn't really go through your mind, especially when you have bills piling up and school loans and things like that. So I did it for the experience and for others.
And speaking of school loans, you did a Blistex commercial to pay off your student loans?
I did a Blistex commercial, yes. Well, I was actually getting my portfolio ready for advertising, so the opportunity to be in, in an ad and see how the client works and how the people work and all that was really fun. It was good. I'm glad I did it.
You've been famous and you've been invisible. What would you rather be?
Oh, that's hard. Depends on what day it is and what hour of the day it is. Early in the morning, I don't want to wake up.
So you walk the streets in New York and people know who you are?
Sometimes, yeah, it depends. I think the nature of the show I was on, a lot of people recognize. They think we went to school together, things like that. So, yeah, it's weird.
You look familiar, but you're out of context because you were on an island there.
I'm wearing clothes.
Here yeah, exactly. You're wearing clothes.
It's okay to say it.
It's okay. And Playboy, speaking of not wearing clothes, offered you some big dough, and you said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Loans weren't that big,
watching right now. I can't. Yeah, she would be, as long as my mom's here.
Can I ask you, what is the big deal about posing nude?
What's the big deal about it?
Why is it such a life-changing experience?
I don't know. Well, what did you think when you did it?
Well, I enjoyed it. It was a freedom. It's something I had to do for me.
Okay, I understand. From each his own.
No one's ever asked me to get nude.
Now,
well, there's an opportunity. I don't know. I wouldn't say no.
When Survivor 1 went on the air last year, it was just such a phenomenon. Are you as amazed at how people's entire schedules of the week completely got thrown off because everybody had to be home on Thursday night to watch you guys?
And watch Survivor. Yeah, I think so, because at the end of actually making the show, I was at the point where I said, who's going to watch this? And I was almost embarrassed to be on it.
So you left the island, you said, no one's going to watch this?
No way! Who's going to watch this fat, naked man walk around and then some truck driver give a tirade to a poor girl who's around my age? I said, this is just going to be the worst thing on television. Yeah. And then I learned about ratings and what the American public really wants, and now I know that that's just a cash cow waiting to happen.
And you weren't the weakest link, obviously.
Yeah, no.
But, for example, reality isn't just a layup to success, because you look at Big Brother and it's unwatchable, and they're coming back with another.
I know, but a different house. It won't be so, this and this color. It's going to be better, I think.
Now, I understand you did not watch Survivor 2.
I didn't watch Survivor 2. I watched about 2 episodes in the middle. I saw when Michael burned his hands. I know some of the people from the cast through CBS and things like that, but it was really hard to watch, actually. It was weird. I think when you're on the first one, you still have a lot of things that you go through thinking about it, and so when you watch other people play the game, it's hard to kind of get past that.
You have to relive the rat eating.
Yeah, you got to relive a lot of the stuff.
Now, of course, you have a newspaper, and you're reading the fact that there's a whole lawsuit going on. I don't know what you can comment on, but Dirk came and gave his testimony, and his affidavit said that he was, not here, but yeah, it was an exclusive that I had as Survivor correspondent. It's my only job.
I understand.
But he came out and he basically said that he was, he was manipulated by Mr.
He said
Burnett.
he felt influenced.
My opinion on the lawsuit is that it's gotten completely blown out of proportion. Like you said, Survivor was this huge phenomenon and warrants all this media attention. So the littlest story is going to be blown out of proportion because people are going to buy the newspapers and watch the news and do all that stuff. Do I think it's a big deal? Not as big a deal.
Did he ever ask you to recreate? Did Mr. Burnett ever said recreate it again, cry one more time on cue?
No, nothing like that. I mean, we voted Rich as the winner. That's
stare longingly at the naked fat guy.
Exactly.
All right, Colleen Haskell. Her movie opens tomorrow. It's called The Animal. Check it out, especially if you've got kids, because it's right up their alley.
And go watch, because you have a few more loans to pay off.
I know.
You know
How much was that university?
They approached me for the chapstick ad.
Didn't get it, right? You felt bad for it.
I did.